Monday live time. Is anybody going to tune in? Yeah, we got a few people tuning in. Just, wow. Welcome to the live, guys. I'm doing good. How's everyone doing? Well, I guess. It's still a Monday. Feel a little weird today, I guess, but I don't have a ton to show you guys today, so we'll probably just do some talking. Clam's got his Zelos Mako 3 Teal. I did notice a bunch of people were talking about receiving their Hamptons today, their Krakens or whatever. So I think a lot of people are getting those too. Jordan needs help finding a frost monster. They're out there. You just gotta stay in the Facebook groups. Join that Seiko Monster Lovers Facebook group. You might find one there for a decent deal. So, did I hear about the KITH G-Shock? I'm not sure what that is. Kith G-Shock? Yeah, King Turtle's here. Haven't worn it, but very much. Just around the house. Let's see. I already opened a couple of things. I have a Tag Heuer 41 Aqua Racer. Yeah, I think the King, out of the turtles, I mean, most of the turtles I've pretty much ripped apart, right? I don't really have the desire to tear this King turtle apart. I actually kind of like it. I don't even know that I'll mod it or anything. I think it's pretty much good to go the way it is. I think Cowboy Swami asked if I still have the Seiko fatigue. Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't feel like I'm gravitating towards any current Seiko releases, and I do follow a lot of the new stuff. A lot of limited stuff is being pushed out, in media and stuff like that. There's, obviously the Alpinist. I would like to see one. Oh, you guys want to see what's on the wrist? So this is a watch that actually was on one of my Sunday sales, and I sold it to Chris down in Hawaii, and he wore it for a little while, and then decided to flip it. He knew I liked it and sent it back to me. So I ended up purchasing it from Chris. So this is a Gakoda, I think a K01 or K01, but I'm actually really digging it. I've been wearing it the last couple of days, and it's on an aftermarket B&R strap. So I think coming up this week we're going to see. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller watch too. It's not very big. So this week we'll probably see. I don't know what we'll see. Well, obviously we're going to see the tag. Tomorrow I will upload the to sell marine diver video. I just recorded that before we did the live stream. So I'll upload that in the morning, and then Wednesday morning we'll get the tag video up. That's an awesome watch, by the way. I'm actually a huge fan of that watch. And then, what else do I have? I still need to talk about the Patreon group. I need to do an explanation video of that because I know a lot of people are curious on that. Let's see, I'm looking at my list. Oh, I still have my, I still haven't done the video on my Manta that I ended up buying. I keep cycling in and out of watches, so yeah, there's my Manta Ocean King, the blue dial, steel bezel. Super big fan of that watch. Love the size. The size is perfection. Super thin, everything. So I'll do a full video on that soon. I have the 5KX in pre-teardown. All I did was pop the bezel off, which I thought about showing because I use this if I can. So I thought about showing in detail how I use that. You know, you still got to be careful of mucking up the case. Like I marked it a little bit right there, but overall it's pretty good. So I have the, I have the LCBI parts for that, and I have the crown, the upgraded Crystal Times crown for the 5KX case, and then I have the sapphire crystal for that case. So all that will go on there, and I'll document all that. Yep, here's the adhesive for the bezel and the crystal gasket. So we got all that. Oh, there's the bezel and click spring. Yeah, so I haven't modded in a while, you know. A little out of sorts on that. I'll have to take my time for sure. Andrew is asking, on the King Turtle, do I plan to keep the candy bar date magnifier, date magnifier? Yeah, I see. You know, I still need to watch Mark's video on the 5KX, what fits and everything. So, as of right now, I don't intend to modify the King Turtle. Who knows? In the future, I may or may not. We'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But removing the candy bar magnifier on it, I don't think it would be that difficult. I don't think I need to do the torch thing. I think you can put some goo gone on there. But really, if I were going to remove that, okay, thanks, Escapement and Watch. The 5KX crystal gasket is different than the SKX. So I will pay attention to that. I'll show you guys. I'll confirm it. But if I do decide I don't want the magnifier on there, I'll probably actually change out the sapphire. And it's sapphire, I get it. But I would like to have one that actually is more flush with the ceramic bezel insert. Let's see. Lyndon Durgan is asking about the Damasco DA47 or the Zin 104. They're both awesome. I prefer the brace. If you're going to wear it on bracelet, I prefer the fold over clasp of the 104. You know what? I think I would pick the 104. I don't know why. The Damasco arguably is probably the better watch, but I still gravitate towards the 104. Crazy 88, is the King Turtle worth the money? Yeah, I think so. I think you're good to go with it. Thoughts on the new Timex Q? You talking about the like Batman automatic one? I know Two Broke Watch Snobs talked about it today on the podcast. I mean, I'm not going to buy one, but I'm sure I'll have one on the channel eventually. I think they're cool. What a Dane. What a horrible patron you are. You almost forgot about the live stream. You've been busy. You cranked out some videos today yourself. So, and congratulations to Celine Driver, my buddy Dane. He crested over 1,000 subs today, thanks to some of my subs for helping out with that even. So, Michael checking in from the Chicagoland area. We'll be down there soon. I will be going at the bare minimum. I will be going to the Worn and Wound Windup event. It should be in June or July. I can't remember. In Chicago. I'll be going for that. Uncle Seiko H-Link for the Turtle. You know, I'll order one of those in and check it out. I'm always a big fan of H-Link, and I could use a couple bracelets for the Turtle. So. Tippy, you're asking questions that are outside of my knowledge or desire with the Breguet and the Sapphire Sandwich. Now, the Sapphire Sandwich Omega Speedy is actually pretty sick. I do like that watch. Eddie dropped his collection from 12 watches down to 4. Feels great. It's kind of like losing weight, huh? Gives you more freedom. Yeah, Doug's asking about the tag. Yep. Got the 41 millimeter. Yeah, I should probably get it going. Got the 41 Aqua Eraser here. Awesome watch. I think they're what, around the 2,000 mark? I think, what is retail on them, like 2,500? I like the date magnifier on this too. It's actually legitimate. Wow, zero, absolutely zero crown play on this thing. That is a well-constructed tag wire. Oops. So this watch was sent in by Saltzman's. So I'll be doing a full plug on that and everything. So the tag is it's a 41 mil case. So this is the 41. They asked me if I wanted the 41 or the 43. I preferred the 41. So it's actually like kind of under 41. And then it has kind of a shorter lug to lug as well. Yeah, 47 lug to lug or just under. And it's thin too. So 12. I mean, these are the dimensions I like. That's pretty much why I ended up with the Manta. I mean, because you're talking almost, the tag is very similar in size to the Manta, shorter lug to lug, but and then it's thin too. I mean, it's just, these are, you know, when you get into this size watch, especially with my 7 1/4 wrist, and for a lot of people's wrist size, I mean, these things wear amazing on wrist. They're very, very comfortable. Floridian got his H2 Kraken. Yeah, everyone's posting up pictures of them. They all look great. I don't know. What do you guys think? I haven't seen the final version of it or handled one. I'm sure I will at some point because people are going to flip them. But they look great. So I do have a couple things. Let's see. That's open. That's open. I do have a couple watches. Rakan is asking about my thoughts on Helios. I think they make great watches. I'm not really drawn to them too much. Floridian, yeah, I mean, hold off. I mean, you got your honeymoon period with it and everything like that. I'm not in a hurry necessarily to check out the Kraken, but at some point I will. I'm sure I will. So I do have a couple more. I got a couple more watches I can show you guys. So Kevin sent in a couple of these. These are these I guess it's Bertucci. I don't know. There's no H. I don't know how to say it. Okie dokie. Does it want to come out that way? Definitely doesn't want to come out that way. Hey Rob from Michigan, I have to ask, what is the brand and model of your awesome calipers? Thanks. If you go back to my Christmas wish or channel video thing, whatever the heck it's called, I have a link and it's in my Amazon affiliate. Wow, this thing's like a pain in the butt to get out of this cardboard. I'm almost destroying the cardboard here. So these particular ones, now there's a bunch of different brands of them, but this is the Tack Life. But I mean, if you look at them and then you look at the calipers, when you go on there, you can type in plastic digital calipers or carbon plastic or carbon digital calipers. You're going to be able to find any of them. They're pretty much all the same. They take a CR2032, and then they're plastic. You could still scratch a watch. You still have to be careful. You can't just get like really rough with it or anything like that. But yeah, check these out. Full loomed case. This is some sort of resin. Talking to my buddy Jerry, he uses a resin in 3D printing that's actually glow in the dark. It's probably like almost the same material here. So these are pretty cool watches. I believe, yeah. So if you look, it actually has a fixed, it's all one piece. It's a fixed, it's not a spring bar, it's just a bar. And then you do a pass through on the NATO or yeah, so we'll do a loom at the end. I don't know why he sent me. So Kevin sent these over, and he sent me, there's two of them, but they have two different, you can see they have different hands on them. So very similar, but slightly different. Oh, what else is in here? I don't know if he meant to do that or not. Or did I do that? Oh, I did that. That's from me. All right. Let's see. See if I can grab a couple comments. Are these made in Chicago? I don't think so. Printed in the U.S. I don't know. We'll do a full video on these. Yeah, I don't know about the Chicago thing. So I'm opening a letter here that my buddy Dane sent over, because he sent over a really cool watch, which I'm going to open up here in a moment. So this is the first generation Zelos Hammerhead, number 2 of 100 made. It's an all titanium watch, sapphire crystal, meteorite face dial, NH35. Okay, let's check it out. I'm trying to open this Zelos up for you guys. Just hold on a second. Oh no, the box is fine. Oh, I do love titanium. This is a little bit heavier titanium just because there's so much there. But, oops, that's the quick release. So there's that. Check that out. All titanium, so it has a really nice titanium gray color, and then it has the almost matching meteor dial. And then the indices almost have like a tooth look to them, which I'm a big fan of that. And they're like huge ramps. Holy cow. Like Evel Knievel ramps up inside there. Nice bezel. One of the better bezel actions on a titanium watch that I felt. Huge oversized crown, excellent screw down. I mean, this is a 1,000-meter watch too. And they only made 100 of these, so. And it's for sale, yes. So after the video, and it's numbered. Number 002, you guys see that? 002 of 100. I love that they number that. Let me try this on real quick. I don't have my scale down here, Billy Bob. I'll get the weight for sure when I do the video. I mean, unless Dane knows. Oh, wow. That's nice on wrist. Why are you selling this? Dane, I don't know if you should sell this, man. Seriously. This is a legit awesome watch. You never wear it. Well, might take me a month or so to sell it. Give me time to wear it. This is one of the better feeling Zelos. Like, I think because it is so large and chunky, but it's not like wielding. It's not heavy, but it still has weight. It feels like a weight of like a size of one of these watches, but it's in a bigger watch. I really dig it. No, I do that. I have like these really quick emotions towards a watch, and then the honeymoon phase falls off almost like within 24 hours. So I'm learning to do a better job managing that. Yeah, it's just a crush. Jack wants to know how much. What should we do? We'll have that conversation later. We won't have it here. We'll have the conversation later. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I got too many things going on. I just put money down on a Mazda Miata actually too. So yeah, Patreons get the first jab at it. I know that kind of ticked off a couple of people. Where's my knife? Rob a monster Miata. Ah, that would be appropriate, right? No. The Miata is going to be a car that I'm going to work with my son on building and learning how to track it. So it's a '01. It's a 2001. So it's an NB. Oh yeah, you like the mug? Have I shown you guys the mug? So it's got the monster, the orange monster, orange handle, orange inside, and then it has the RandomRob logo. Paler orange. I'm still learning what I'm doing here, but so yeah, the mugs are free to Patreons. So join the Patreon, you get a mug. So I'm gonna open a couple packages here. This is hopefully does not contain the Kung Flu. I'm going to use a old Benchmade knife that I don't know a ton about, but I know I like it and I've used the heck out of it. But let's see if I can open this up. So I got a couple tins here. So this stuff is all from. Just drop something. This stuff's all from Namoki. There's the Namoki little tag there. So a while ago, Namoki reached out to me. I know everyone does. Everyone carries tip up. I carry tip down. So you wear your knives the way you want to, and I'll wear mine the way I want to. So Namoki's reached out to me a while ago. They had some new products they wanted to share. So I have a couple of going on here. So this is there's a crystal. Here's a black coin bezel and the 12-hour bezel insert. The black dial. The black with the red chapter. The black with the red S for the crown. A black 3 o'clock case. So this is something new that Namoki's is doing, the black case back. And we have the gaskets and the spring, and then we have the red seconds hand, and I don't know, those aren't really called sword. I don't know what those hands are called. So that'll be a super fun build. As soon as I get going on that, we'll set that off to the side kind of over here. And then in this one, so here's another build. So there's two builds from Namoki. Another, oh man, this is going to look sick. Gold coin with the black ceramic Yachtmaster style bezel. Same dial as the other one, the black dial. The chapter ring with the red, and then a black crown, and then a gold 3 o'clock case with the see-through case back, and then gold Marine Master style hands. I have yet to do any gold colored watches. This is going to be sick. I'm excited to do this one. So there's another bag over here. I think this bag, it's probably some sort of IP coated gold. I'm sure it's not. Yeah, it's solid 24K. No, it's not. It's got to be like IP coated or something. The gold one is, they're both going to be the same dial. It's the Namoki. I don't know if you can kind of see it through there or not. It's the black, and then it has like a little red print there, and it's a date. So, and then here's the movements. So a couple NH36s to go in there. Yeah, Namoki's is, you can build a lot of these companies now, these mod companies, you can build a whole watch right from Namoki. You don't have to buy anything from another, like a Seiko or anything like that. Like, it's complete package. You just have to put it together. Kind of fun. So that'll be cool. I'm excited to do that, especially this gold one. The black one's really cool too. So these are both for a couple of Patreons actually. So yeah, no, these aren't actually for me. These are already going to a couple of people. They've already been selected. I don't know their price on the NH36. I want to say it's just under 50. It might be like 47. I can't remember what their price tag was on it. After this is done and it loads and everything like that, I'll do maybe I'll put a couple links in the description. Yeah, it's like putting together a model basically, right? For us watch guys, it's kind of the same thing. Car guys were building like car models and stuff like that. I used to build those, and now you can do it with watches. You can just piece it together. Fun stuff. Who's this again? Oh, the brand of this is Namoki. I'll give you a link. We'll talk about it in the Patreon group too. I'm sure it's these guys. I've done a bunch of stuff with Namoki for sure. Kind of been in a lull lately. I haven't really been doing mods or builds or anything like that. So I kind of got burned out. I go in cycles with everything. You know, I'll buy more expensive watches, then I buy cheap watches, then I buy expensive watches, then I buy cheap watches, and then I'll build some watches, and then I'll get burned out. You just got to keep it fresh. You got to keep changing everything. Yeah, well, and then you got all this stuff going on in China, about getting things, and so thankfully, Crystal Times has some decent stock in the U.S., but they're going to deplete that. So, Hunter Watkins asked, "Have I seen the new Monster stainless steel bezel with Gen 1 style dial?" No, I have not seen the new Monster with a stainless bezel. If that is out, I have not seen it. Jack says he'd screw it up. Jack, I screwed up a few. I did. And many people that have built them before have screwed them up. So, Hunter, I'll have to take a look at those. I'll have to find those because I'm pretty much committed. Like, if there's a legit good-looking monster, the new Monster with the stainless bezel, I'll buy it. Jack Laporte is asking, how much is the Patreon? It is $10 a month, but I've talked about this before. No, it's not. It's not $50 a month. You can do $50 a month if you want. It's $10 a month. But you should, I believe you should get your $10 a month worth in value. And there's no commitment. You can join, like you could go join right now, check it out, and stick around for a week, and then you could probably bail and delete your donation and never even pay the $10. So I think I had somebody do that. But well, yeah, plus you'll get a free mug, and I legit have about $10 into the mug, so yeah. And then I do special discounts. I'll get from certain vendors, I'll get Patreon only discounts, and I don't even want to mention who the vendors are here because there's a little bit of secrecy in it, and I know that sounds messed up, but some of these places are willing to offer a little bit better discounts, but they can't offer those discounts to 30,000 people, but they can offer those discounts to, say, like 100 or less people. So and Terry doesn't want to join my Patreon. You're OG though, Terry. When I send you my Bling Master, I'll send you a mug. I have to send my friend Terry down in Miami, wants to try out the gold Bling Master. She's not sure if it's going to fit her wrist very good. I'm very confident it will, so I'm going to loan that to her. I'm going to send that out to her. What am I comparing to the Manta? Kitty City Kevin, yes, the NB is it's an 01 SE, so it does have the 6-speed, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet for the engine. I'll probably keep it mild bolt-ons all motor for now, and then I'll probably do some Terry's gonna pay the no, don't do that, Terry. I don't know what you want. You want me to compare the Manta to a Turby Lawless 40? I don't know what a Turby Lawless 40 is. I'll have to look that one up. Terry, you're gonna end up loaning me some watches, so don't worry about the money. As soon as you figure out it's time to send some of those watches my way, that'll when it goes down. I don't know if I have anything else to show you guys. I don't think I do. I made some kind of dumb purchases. Dane knows this. Dane's already committed to buying. So I found a decent deal on a combo of the, I don't know where my other watch is, a surfing timer and a tachometer, which, so Dane already has, he already bought the DW 400. This was the 402. And he then went on the search for the surfing timer. Well, I ended up swooping up a package deal. No, this one's mine. Yours is coming. I think he was hoping to ship it today, but he might not ship it till like tomorrow or Wednesday. I told him don't worry about it, it's no big deal. So he'll send them out eventually. But I scored a really good deal on them, so I told Dane that he could have the surfing timer. But see, that's part of the Patreon stuff. Like all these nonstop deals and stuff like that. I get going and stuff like that. I pass those deals on to the Patreons because it's easier for me and it's easy for them, and they get way better deals than they probably could elsewhere. So Clam likes the mod vids. Well, I kind of wasn't gonna do anymore, but I'm gonna mod the 5KX, and then I have 2 full builds. So apparently I'm gonna do something. So, and Terry's liking her Quattro. That thing's like the perfect size for you. David's drinking Basil Hayden dark rye. I can't stand rye whiskeys. For some reason, I just can't do them. Where do I normally get the Seiko mod parts from? Namoki's, Crystal Times. I get certain parts from certain places. I usually don't buy all of the parts in one place, but Namoki's really bridging that gap where you can almost just, their parts are just like really good. So, but I really do like DLW. I think that's the other one I really like. And then also Loom ceramic bezel inserts. Those are killer too. So yeah, I mean, some of these places do take longer. I mean, that was one thing with Crystal Times being in the U.S. They're super fast. So Cowboy Swami, good question. What scratches easier? The 904 stainless steel, which isn't just Rolex. Other people have 904 steel, but 904 steel or titanium. I would have to say raw titanium. So there's different grades of titanium. So I would say raw titanium scratches faster than 904. But if you get titanium, I'm no metallurgist, but if you get titanium that has, I forget what other material they put in it. If it has a little bit different compound where it's not just the raw titanium, I would say the 904 actually scratches faster. Like this is coated, obviously, so yeah, exactly. But the 904 you can polish back up, not too difficult. Whereas the titanium, you're kind of screwed a little bit. But yeah, here's the, you know what? I haven't been wearing this. So, and again, the oxidation on titanium watches, that's depends on what compound of titanium you're talking about. And then there is a lot of watch manufacturers that even when they're using the the more raw titanium compound, they'll put a scratch resistant coating on it. This, the color of this, I kind of suspect it's more of a raw compound. I don't know. I just love titanium watches though. I think I really need to get, probably this year, we'll see if I can get my money's right. I might pick up that titanium Oris Aquas. That thing just keeps calling my name. And I keep getting like sidetracked, you know, like the Manta. I don't regret doing the Manta. I love the Manta. I mean, heck, even this watch, I don't regret buying this. It's, you know, it's under the $500 mark. It's good. You know, these Casios. But, you know, I get sidetracked sometimes. I start focusing on even like that Tag Heuer Aqua Racer, and it's such an amazing looking watch, and it's such a good value proposition, you know, because you can probably hit one around that $2,000 mark. But yeah, I probably need to just get focused and do the Oris. Romy's asking what micro brand watch is coming out that you're interested in. So there's well, there's one for let me think. No, there's more than one. Hold on, let's. So Jeffrey's asking what's on my wrist. This is a Gekoda KO1. And we'll talk, we'll do the full video on the tag later, so we'll address that too on all the bezel action. So I want to talk about what Romy just asked, because I'll probably do a micro brand video soon, but what micro brand watch is coming out that I'm excited for? So there's a couple of them actually, and one of them is actually being released on Wednesday. Yeah, their second hour, Billy Bob, their second hour, but there's one coming out on Wednesday. That's that new, I think it's Wednesday, the new Dorenzo, and I'll probably put out a PSA reminding you guys that it's out. But that new Dorenzo, shoot, what is that called? He calls them the DRZ03 or something like that. That is a killer. That is a killer looking watch. I'm excited to get that one. So I'm getting that one. It'll be the brownish colored one. Yeah, of course, all the Zelos. I think it's the Z03. I think so. I think you're right, Craig. The other one that looks exciting, and I tried to work with them and I haven't heard back, so I don't really know. But I think there's on Friday or Saturday, there's is it TSAO, the ZO or whatever, the new Mecha Quartz chronograph. That one looks like a really good size, and it's a reverse Panda full loom dial. So that one, that exact model, the full loomed reverse Panda chronograph, looks good from Zoe, the TSAO. And then, of course, there is some super cool stuff coming from Borealis here soon. Yeah, the Zoe Baltimore, that one. I'm excited to see that one, but he never really got back with me. So I know he's busy because he's working on the launch and stuff, but I was hoping to get a prototype in to share with you guys. But there's a new Borealis one coming out that is, I don't know what it's going to be called, I forget, but it's just picture an Omega Aquaterra. It's basically that. So much in the way that, but they're going to be done different. So it's similar but different. Much in the way that he did the Adraga. Now he's going to do the newer one is going to be very much like, say, like the Railmaster or Aquaterra or something like that, and it looks crazy good. And he's already got some killer colors out. So I am excited for that Borealis, to the point where I might even, I'm not sure if Carlos and I are going to work together and try to do a very, very small run of like maybe 50 or less, like my iteration. It's not going to be like a RandomRob watch, but it's going to be like a colorway that's only going to be got through me. I might do it. I might try to do it either with that one, the Aquaterra looking one, or I might try to do it with the Estoril when he does another one. You might be able to wear one of these, Terry. I don't know. This is fairly small, but you have enough watches. Whew, I kind of rambled there for a little bit. What else are we talking about? Dane said probably Zelos should have something coming. Yeah, Zelos has something coming all of the time. Yeah, the Dorenzo is going to be on Kickstarter. It's going to start Wednesday, but he's going to run a clean Kickstarter. I don't think it's going to be super bad unless it goes like seriously. If it goes bonkers, kind of like what Ross had happen with the Hampton, then there's like just logistical issues. Like they're unavoidable. So as long as he just has a successful but not like insane campaign, he should be okay. Esteban asked what I think about the horology house. I don't. I stopped following it. I kind of watched a couple of videos. There's some actually pretty entertaining videos out there on it. Like I discovered and actually subscribed to the two guys. I forget their names, but they run that YouTube channel called Clockbait. It kind of seems like clickbait, but clockbait. They're freaking hilarious, man. It's they've done a couple of videos. The Scottish podcast video or stuff. There's a bunch of information there. So Bongo, my Kickstarter idea: chef's watch with one rotating bezel within another. If it's done right, I don't know what that's kind of a niche market, but any new razors? Floridian, yes. Remember that when I opened up the Razor Rock Lupo one? So that was the only new one that I did recently, and I tried it. I gave it a fair shot. I even tried a couple different blades, and I did the Pole Silver, and I did the Astro blade in it, and it's a very efficient razor, but it's too aggressive. My skin is a little too sensitive for that aggressive of a razor, so I'm still sticking with right now the Merkur 34C. So I think I can go razor wise. I think I can do more of the ones that are like that, where they're a little more medium. So any leads on a bracelet for Oris Aquas? Yeah, you contact Oris or an Oris authorized dealer. They'll get you one. Let's see. Yes, Razor Rock Game Changer. I've heard the Game Changer is pretty aggressive too. I'm not sure. Now I'm a little gun shy about trying ones that people deem as efficient or aggressive. So I think I'm gonna try to stick with ones that are labeled as mild or medium. So are smaller dials and thinner cases going to be the newest rage? No, I don't think so. Maybe I could try the Mamba. I've watched a couple of videos on the Mamba. Yeah, I think they're only like what, $30. I could probably just buy one. I honestly didn't care for a couple of the other products that I bought from Razor Rock either, so I'm not sure. I'm still sticking with the Paraso too. So, and I have the newer Gillette Heritage one. That's the newer release one. That one's okay, but I think the Merkur is a little bit better personally for me. So I'm trying to do it very slow and meticulous about. I don't want to like just do a bunch of them all at once. So I'm trying to do it very slowly because it's a new hobby, but I don't want to go like this is a bit much. I've been doing the watches for a few years now, and it's I think back to all of the watches I've had. It's yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, the Heritage is okay. I think I like the Merkur more than the Heritage. How about a live shave? No, I don't think so. There's already really good channels out there for that. I probably will integrate some car content into the channel later on this summer because I'll be doing some track events and I'll be doing some car mods and stuff like that. And I know that's going to deter some people that are, on the channel for just watches, but I don't know. Don't watch them. Don't click on them, or unsubscribe, I guess. I don't know. So I'm doing it partly for me too, like to document my journey and stuff. So Yeah, cars, watches, guns, knives, whiskey, all that stuff. So it's not, I didn't fully purchase it yet. The owner is going to be gone for a couple of weeks, so I put a deposit on it. It's a 2001 Mazda Miata SE. So no, Billy Bob, I almost did tequila tonight. I wasn't even going to drink because I'm kind of doing the intermittent fasting or one meal a day and almost vegetarian and stuff. But I did just get off call and I did put in 69 hours last week, so I decided to have a small glass of Elijah Craig, and I'm having a hard time drinking it. So yeah, so part of the reason why I picked the Miata is one, I can build a Honda Civic and make it fast and competitive with my eyes closed. But the Miata is such a good car to learn on and balance with. And so my son is 19, he'll be 20 in June, and he wants to learn how to track. So I think the Miata is a excellent platform for him to learn how to track on that car. And we'll just keep it, yeah, Mazda MX-5 Miata. So we're going to keep it relatively stock. The Miata. No. Yeah, it's like a mini Corvette. So yeah, and then I'll get to play with it too. It's gonna be my car. Like yeah, suspension mods. I already have a bunch of stuff picked out. Like I'm gonna do the 949 wheels. They're gonna be 15 by 8. I'll probably run some pretty sticky compound tires. I'm not sure. Terry, 19. Heck, he's almost 20. He's in his second year of college. Bruce is chiming in. He just chimes in for like 2 minutes, then he leaves. So say bye to Bruce, even though he says hi. Yeah, the Miata will be fun. I'll experiment with it, and I know my son is big time into computers, and so I'll definitely let him have control of if he wants to do an engine management system. Even even in stock form, there's things you can do. Like I would like to put a coilover plug system on it instead of doing a distributor and all that stuff. So I'll there's a bunch of stuff you can do before ultimately, probably next year or so, I'll probably do the Rotrex supercharger on it, which should net about 250 horsepower to the wheels. Yeah, I think Bruce and I probably need to do some more live streams together. Rob is the best. Right, Bruce. You started this. You got me onto this. Bruce wants to see the tag. I can show you the tag. There it is. It's a very well done watch. And check this out, Bruce. I don't know if you I just noticed this. I don't know if you remember this from shoot, who loaned us that watch? We've already had the black one of these, but there is like the crown. Like when you go to move the crown, it moves the whole watch. Like I don't know how they ever got it this robust. I mean, I've had some pretty impressive watches on here with the crown strength, but this one takes the cake. This one is like super crown. Yeah, it's impressive. Bezel action feels good. It lines up good. Like I don't really have any gripes with this. I haven't thrown it on the time grapher yet. I'll do that. And the size of it and everything. The 41 millimeter tag Aqua Racer is definitely a really good watch. Yeah, it's one of those watches. Like you don't really think about it. You think, tag, whatever, blah blah blah. They're always going to be there and stuff like that. And as far as I know, I've been talking to Saltzman's Nick over there. I asked him because there was rumor of the 41 millimeter being discontinued, and he said no. As far as he knows, the 41 is not discontinued. But it wouldn't surprise me that if someday that they do actually discontinue it, and I hope that's not the case. But because it is a great watch. I mean, it's perfect. My wrist is slowly creeping towards 7 inches. I think it's. I don't think I'm at 7 1/4 anymore, but. Yeah, the Zelos are really good. Yeah, Saltzman's in Rhode Island. So they're working with me right now. They actually just sent out some more watches today. I told them to surprise me. I didn't pick any. I told them to just surprise me. So we'll see what he sends. I'll probably have them Thursday or something. So I got to get that video out. I'm gonna do that video. I'm gonna record it tomorrow, and then I'll drop it on Wednesday morning, and then that's out of here. So if I had the money to buy it, I would, but I keep buying other stuff. So oh, so you're not too far. Rhode Island. If you're from Rhode Island, then you're not very far from Saltzman's. I know that because the place is so dang small. Rhode Island. Yes, and they are AD for Oris. So I haven't had them send any Oris yet. I'll wait on that, but. The Mazda's going to eat a bunch of money. No, I know how to do things very, very price conscious. Like I already have Willwood brakes for it. The exhaust. I don't get too crazy with all that stuff because I don't like loud cars. The main thing is brakes, tires, and suspension, and then that car can already outdrive most people that think they know how to drive. That car can still outdrive them. Like most people don't, they think they can drive, but they really can't. And it's still way more fun to drive a slow car fast than it is a fast car slow. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this Miata because it is a slow car, but we'll drive it really fast. 49 millimeter titanium. I didn't know they made a 49. Andrew likes motorcycles. Yeah, motorcycles are pretty dope. I've owned one, never drove one, rode one, whatever. Kind of animations marketing. And here Pierce is without a car. Hey Pierce, like I don't have a car right now either. Technically, my Honda CRV is up at college with my son, so I don't have that. I drive my work van every day. That's all I do. Rob, just start building the SKX right now. Go for it, man. Just do it. I when I started the live stream, I half thought about doing the 5KX live. I don't. I kind of rush things when I do a live. I like to do when I do my builds and stuff like that. I might be able to kind of document it, but I get hyper focused and I can't really record that. What is it? Nile asked, what is my favorite G-Shock? Most squares. How would I compare the Tag to the Oris? Man, they're neck and neck. They both have positives in different areas. So, my favorite watch ever is my Orange Monster. Here's the Zelos again, if somebody wants to see it. So you have the date down there. Yeah, if you can get that DW5600E and be happy with it, then you have really the best square there is. It's the most affordable one, and it does everything that all the other squares really do, but at $40. So yeah, this is a killer titanium Zelos. I mean, they know how to make a watch. That is for sure. Yeah, Caleb, good point. This could potentially. It's not going to have the tech that a Zen will have, but it also doesn't have the price tag that the Zen has. So, and it's different. Not that you see a ton of Zen U1s out in the wild, but you're probably not going to see a whole lot of these out in the wild. For one, they only made 100 of those, and that's number 2. So I always like limited edition stuff. It's more fun. Terry, don't tell them that. Yeah, the 5600E. Yeah, get that. That's all you need. You'll be all set. 20 minutes later after you have it, you'll be looking at other squares. Before you know it, you'll end up with a $1,600 titanium square. Now, I don't even think these are selling really good, honestly. Because I keep seeing G-Shock's even advertising them and stuff like that. There's people with inventory of them. When the first launch of them, there was all that hype and the fear of missing out and everything, including me. We grabbed them up and everything like that. Now I think there's a couple of them just sitting on the shelf. They'll eventually sell out, but the $1,600 price tag worked good on their first launch, but it failed on inventory, like stock. So I think really the price point should have been closer to maybe 1,000, and then do a limited. I think they would have sold better. Would have been a more reasonable, more respectable proposition. I think 1,600 was a bit much. I think most people are going to agree with that. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, yeah. So I even paid 1,200 at Bloomies. I think 1,200. I think a lot of people did pay 1,600, but I think a lot of people did pay 1,200. Yeah, the Zelos is for sale, but we'll deal with that. So 1,000 tops. And if people are paying 1,200 for them and then they end up flipping them, on the secondary market, you might be able to pick one up for $1,000, maybe at some point, because there's still inventory sitting there. So I think, yeah, 1,600 was a bit much. It's gonna be a bummer for the people that actually paid 1,600 that actually want to go sell it, but that's how watches go. I've lost a lot of money on watches, as have most of you people watching. So, yep, the Floridian that lives in Chicago is off to Nashville. Or at least the U.S. traveler. Terry still has the bronze Zelos. Yeah, Luke, I got that too. That's why I kind of brought it up. When they start throwing those emails out there like that again, that's them saying, hey, they're not really selling as good as we hoped. Bruce has lost a lot on watches. Yeah, you're not selling them as much as you used to. It's kind of, if you keep them and stuff like that, I think you do better. We get better at it. Doug's lost a bunch of money on watches. Yeah, Doug, you've what? Yeah, keep doing it though, because I get to see the really cool stuff. Have I reviewed the King G-Shock? Yeah, it's right there. Buy high, sell low. Yep, that's how we do it. Bad advice on the stock market, good advice with watches. Cowboy Swami, Bruce does not have Patreon. I've told him he should, and at some point he probably will. I think he said, back when I was talking to Bruce about Patreon, I think he said, when I get 50,000 subs, Rob, I think I'm going to look into the Patreon. Well, Bruce, I think you're like, what, 56,000 or something like that? I don't even know. So it's time consuming, though. It is more time. So we don't. You know what, Bruce, though? Sometimes people just want to help you. So maybe you don't necessarily need to offer anything other than a community atmosphere. So if you're speaking with those people on an easier to connect platform, whether it's through the Patreon or through Slack or something like that, I think you could have people just enter into the Patreon that just want to donate to you and have them do like $1 or $2 a month or something like that. I'm doing it a little bit different where it's $10 a month, but I'm also trying to offer more. I think I like to keep it a little more premium like that, because I don't want it to be this huge thing. I still want to maintain that smaller channel feel, and I think I can definitely do that with a slight premium to the Patreon of $10 a month. But sometimes there's legit people that just want to help out the content creator, just like that. Super chats. Cowboy Swami's helping out. Gamer54541 with a super chat. He's asking, do I know of a bezel that fits the Timex B29 chronograph? No, but those watches are pretty popular. I'm not sure if modding those, if somebody's going to figure that out, much like they did with like the Vostoks and the SKX and stuff like that. I think as Timex puts out more watches and get things figured out, I think you're going to see more and more options out there. Which watch manufacturer would recommend to buy which devalues the least? Certain models, certain brands of limited edition. The Zen 104 devalues very little. I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head. Yeah, I could, that's a whole topic video. I think I could probably talk about that a little bit. What watches lose less money? Because a lot of the watches I show on here, you're going to take a hit, you know, 10 to 30% hit. You talk about a Zen 104, you're probably not going to take that hit. If you buy a good popular Zelos at their early launch price, you're probably going to not lose much money on that. You're probably going to do okay. And then there's like the other micro brands that actually you have to get into like a lotto even just to buy the darn thing. Oris will hold its value if you buy it at discount. And then there's some that actually go up pretty good. Panerai tanks, Breitling tanks, Manta will tank some. I don't want to say tank, but they're going to depreciate on the heavier side. Tag will. Certain ones, I don't know what the 41s are doing. I'm curious to find that out. But then you get like the micro brands like Borealis. Everyone gripes about doing the half down pre-order and then you pay later. But then they don't have like inventory because then once they sell them, they're gone. And then until they do them again, if they ever do, that drives the price up on them. So like if you go on the secondary market right now to try to go buy a Borealis, a Draga, you're probably going to pay more or the same as what it was brand new, which means you didn't lose any money. Let's see. Yeah, some of those you really take a beating on. I know Bruce likes the Ming. If he's still on here, I think they look amazing. Insane level of detail and creativity with the Ming lineup. But it's just not something that I want to own. I definitely like to see them because they're just phenomenal. So. Well, I'm over the hour mark, guys. I think I'm going to wind down. I got some other things I got to take care of. I appreciate everybody chiming in. I think we went over 100 viewers, but you know how I like to wrap it up around an hour. So I appreciate everybody chiming in. Tomorrow morning, the video will be the to sell. I know a lot of people were waiting on that. It's a fairly short video, but I think you'll get a pretty good idea of the current issues of the to sell. And then Wednesday morning we'll have the tag, and then we'll have probably the Zelos, and then we'll start into some mods and all that stuff. Appreciate everybody chiming in. Have a good night.